All right. Hey, you guys, I am so excited to talk to you guys about signing distributors. I feel like this is one of the number one things of questions that we get from people is they want to know how to sign distributors and how to take their business to the next level. You know, I know most of you guys on here, that is like the number one thing you're working towards. The majority of you have gotten loyal customers. You guys have gotten really good at that. And it's just, how do you start getting people interested in the business? And what we kind of want to go over with you today is how to attract distributors to you, how to have people come to you and be interested. Part of this business, don't get me wrong, is definitely reaching out to people and asking them to be a part of your business. But we want to get to the point for all of you guys where you are getting people that are coming to you and then that are interested, right? Can you guys all agree? Like, that's what you want, is you want people messaging you and that are interested in the business because of what you're posting and how you're presenting yourself, and just to have that steady stream of people coming to you. So the first thing that we really want you guys to understand if you want to attract distributors to you is that you are a brand now. Okay, so you sign up to be a Networks distributor, and I feel like a misconception that a lot of people get is they sign up and become a Networks distributor, and now they need to sell themselves. They need to post about the business all the time. They need to post about the products all the time, and they are a Networks distributor. When in reality, you are still you. You're still you. You just added this is a business, this is a part of your life now. And so you need to brand yourself. And Linz, you had like such a good point that you were talking about with branding like a minute ago. Your chair's so squeaky. Don't mind us.
I'm trying to be serious right now. Okay, so as far as branding yourself, so I've seen this in a few different videos, and when I say a few different videos, when I watch YouTube videos, when I watch trainings and everything like that, I'm looking to get trained by the top. I want to know, I want to learn from the best. You want to be the best, you got to learn from the best. So I'm watching like Claire Flores videos, I'm watching Alyssa Bilyeu videos, I'm watching, all of those, like Katie Rogers, like those are my top three that I'm after. Because those girls are moving quick, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they are in the top 100. I don't think Katie Rogers is, but Alyssa and Claire for sure. And what they say in their videos is you have to be a brand. Who are you? One of your things to do tonight is to figure out who you are. What do you like? What are you about? So when I say a brand, like if you think of a brand, and what I was thinking of earlier was Gucci. You walk into a Gucci store, and what do you expect? You expect squeaky, squeaky clean. It's going to be classy, and I don't know, it just screams like class and luxury and, all of these things, right? Well, you need to start presenting yourself as a brand as well. So who are you? What do you want people to know you as? For myself personally, I want to be known as the one that's always going to lift you up. You can always come to me, and I'm either going to give you a loving slip kick in the booty to remind you how incredible you are, so stop playing small, or I want to empower people. I want to be a positive force, and that's something that's very important to me. So figure out who you are and be that person on your Facebook. I'm scrolling through people's Facebooks today on our team, and I'm seeing nothing but it works. It's just it works. That's it. That's it. That's it. When really it's like, I know this person personally, so it's like I don't see who you are on your page. You know what I mean? So what I want to make sure you guys are doing is taking the time to figure out who you are. Who do you want to be known as? How are you presenting yourself? If you're someone that's, into books, write about those books. Be like, I'm reading this really awesome book right now. If you're into hikes, if you're into whatever, be that person totally, and interweave it works into it, because that's how you're going to be able to connect with people. That's how you're going to start to be able to branch out to new people who have the same interests. And these people are going to be like, oh my gosh, this chick does all of these things. This guy does all of these things, and he makes money. He makes money like on the side while he's doing all these things that he already loves. Like, how amazing is that? So be a brand. Figure out just 5 things. Do 5 things tonight of who are you? who do you want to be? Who's the kind of person that you want to attract? Because you have to become the person that you want to attract. So if you want someone that's crazy outgoing, if you want someone that's really strong and powerful on your team, you have to become that person. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, we wrote down like professional, positive, magnetic, consistent. Who are you? Wow, I don't like us bigger. That's weird.
Should we meet somebody else? We're looking at somebody else. Well, what I wanted to talk about too is like what Lindsay was saying. So I know if I go to Lindsay's page, I'm going to feel inspired. I'm going to feel built up. I'm going to go to her page and know that she's always going to be on some sort of adventure, and you get to see that part of her life. If I go to, you know, our Upline Jury's page, I know that I'm going to go there and I'm going to find posts that make you feel worthy and remind you that you can do this business and that you can be successful. And I know I'm going to see her family on there. I'm going to see her love that she has for horses. And I think about like Alyssa Billiou, so she's another top leader. If you go to her page, you know you're going to see that whole traveling lifestyle. You know you're going to see like her love of her daughter. You know that you're going to see that. So what do you want people to come to your page and see about you? What do you want to be known for? What are your interests? How do you want people to feel when they come to your page? Do you want them to feel uplifted? Do you want them to, how do you want them to feel? What do you want them to see about you? And that is all about figuring out your brand and figuring out, you know, not just posting about it works completely all the time. It's about showing people who you really are, you know, and having people be inspired when they come to your page. That's how you want them to feel. So if you want to attract distributors, and you have to think about the people that you're adding to your network as well. So say for me, because this is what I did in the beginning, this is like a mistake you don't want to make. So in the beginning, you think, I started adding myself to a bunch of mom groups because I'm like, moms are going to love these products. Moms are totally going to love these products. You know, a lot of our people that are most interested in our products are moms because that's just the way that it is.
She's not a mom.
I'm not a mom. So how am I going to connect with those people? So that's what you need to think about as well. When you're adding new people to your network, you need to make sure you're adding people that are going to love what you're posting. And that's what we're going to kind of get into a little bit later, is showing you how to start adding people that are going to be interested in what you're posting about, because that is huge. People have to feel that connection with what you're posting and like who you are in order to be able to be connected with you and be interested in what you're saying. So
just to add to that, before we get like too far into this, it's 7:13. If you guys thought that you're going to be coming to a Zoom and just going to get like some sort of quick fix little like, okay, it's just going to be a couple posts that I got to post, and it's just going to be a couple little things that I can tweak really quick, and then all these distributors are going to start rolling in, I'm sorry, it's not going to be that. Because you know what, this takes time. And you know, as I was reading through these notes right now of what we were pouring into ourselves earlier, this takes time. And yeah.
Eric.
Stop it, Eric. Pops and clicks. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, so there's no quick fix. This is a business, and it takes time, and building those relationships. If you want people that are going to stick around and stick with you, you want to take the time to build those relationships.
Exactly. And you want people to be attracted to what you're posting. So we're going to go into that next, because the second thing, if you really want to attract people, first of all, number one, like you're starting to create a brand from this point forward. So figure out, like Lindsay says, who you are, what you love, how you want people to feel when they come to your page. Like you want to be an inspiration to people. You want people to come to your page and, you know, feel inspired to change their lives, right? You want people to feel inspired to come and change their lives and do that with you. So that's number one, is really creating that. And that's going to take time. And that's going to be something that we're constantly tweaking and working on and getting better at and all that. So just first of all, understanding that mindset that you are a brand now. You're not just an It Works distributor. you are your own brand, and to really let people see your personality. The second thing we wanted to talk about is posting. And this one is huge. This one is absolutely huge. So a couple things that you want to really think about when you're posting is you want your posts to be quality posts. That means using clear pictures, something that's going to catch people's eye. And again, I say this all the time, like the app I love to use is PicTapGo. It is such an amazing app to edit your pictures really quickly, to make them clean, bright, and pretty, and eye-catching, because that's what you need, is pictures that are going to catch people's attention. Yes, I have an iPhone, so I'm sure if you just search, like, what is it? Like, what is that? Blah.
Droid? What?
Just search photo, and I'm sure you can find one. Just find a good photo, one that has a lot of good ratings on it, and you'll find one. But you want to post quality pictures that are clear and eye-catching. What I don't want to see you guys doing is posting stuff that looks like an ad. You don't want to be posting like, join my team for $99, or I'm looking for 5 distributors, like with a picture that says that kind of wording on it.
Or like what's included in the, like, you know how like you see those like pictures that are like, I don't know, all the stuff that's included in it, and it's like,
you want to do something that's going to catch people's attention. And you know what catches people's attention? Your face, your family, showing your life, what you're doing, how you're working this business into your everyday life, pictures of your life. That is what people are going to be attracted to and stop and actually look at. How many times do you fast forward through a commercial? How many times do you scroll past an ad on Facebook? How many times do you not even look at a billboard on the side of the road? Like, people are programmed not to look at commercials, so don't be a commercial. Posting is just so huge. So that's like the visual part of posting, okay? Posting pretty pictures, something that's going to catch somebody's eye. And think to yourself, before you post a picture, is this picture appealing? Would I scroll right by it thinking it's an ad, or is it appealing? Is it showing people who I am? Is it showing people my life? Is it showing friendships, fun, and freedom? You know, is it showing that part of your life being eye-catching? So that's a huge thing. And what we're going to talk about too is we want to get away from copying and pasting. I know we have the thing in Freedom Fighters, and there's other different leaders that will post, like, copy and paste posts that this is working, and that's fine every once in a while. That's not okay for your everyday posting, especially when it comes to posts about the business. Your posts about the business, if you want to attract distributors to join your team, you need to show them why they should. You need to show them, how is this business changing your life? What can you do now that you couldn't do before? What are some other examples of things that they should be posting?
Where are you going with this business? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? What's your plan? Because I know that one thing that's going to, and we'll get into it, is one thing that would really just draw me in is confidence. And I know that I don't care if someone started yesterday, but if they are just like breathing and exuding and their energy just screams like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going this way. And you can either come with me or not. And that is it. Like, that's all I need. I'm like, where are we going? What are we doing? Let's do it twice. Seriously, because just know where you're going. Know that, like, if you're going after a bonus, or if you're going after the bonus, awesome, good. Say, I'm getting 10 grand in a couple months. Like, how incredible is that? What other business can give me that kind of opportunity? Like, that's the stuff you need to start posting. And when we were eating earlier, I told Jen, I'm like, I compare this business to dating constantly, simply because of the fact that it takes nerve, it takes balls to be like, to be like, hey, what's your number? Hey, I want to go out. Hey, let's go out sometime. Like, that takes balls, right? It also takes balls to say, hey, so when are we getting you started? Like, be bold in this business, because the more you're bold, the more it demands people to take you seriously. And then you're not here to just mess around and have chit chat. Like, sure, let's get to know each other. But at the same time, like, my time is pricey. And if you don't know what you're making an hour, figure out what you want to make an hour and go after that. So don't mess around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I would add, I guess.
Definitely. And with it, back to like what you're thinking about, what you're wanting to post, it's like you want to show people your story. You want to tell it in so many different ways. You want to show people, again, like why to join this business. Why should they start this business? And, you know, me and Lindsay were just at lunch together, and it's like we both signed loyal customers during lunch. And it's like, where else can you have that kind of business where you can literally work this into your everyday life and start building a business? So talk about that. Talk about where your office is today. Talk about what you're spending your wrap cash on. Talk about what you're spending your first fast start bonus on. Talk about, you know, being at the store and being able to purchase something for yourself where before you'd be so worried about it. Talk about where you're going. Talk about the bonuses that you're getting. Talk about the goals that you have for you and your family. Dream with your audience and show them what this business is going to do for you, whether it's done it or not. Talk about where this business is going to take you. Mm-hmm. And you have to talk about it with such confidence that it's going to happen. Because if you're talking about it like, I hope this is going to happen in my business, this is what I'm hoping for.
Like, me too.
Who would you rather want to join a business with? Somebody that's like, I'm going to the top and I want to take you with me? Or somebody that's like, I hope I get this. I hope I get this. Like, which person would you want to join with? Are you going to join with the person that's consistently showing every single day their story and how this business is changing their life and all this? Or are you going to join the person that, are they still doing the business? Like, I'm not sure. I'm scrolling through their Facebook and I'm not sure if they're still doing the business or not. You just have to think people want to join people that know where they're going and they're confident about it. So we will say, like, sometimes in the beginning, you got to fake that confidence a little bit until you can start believing in yourself that you can do this. And so let that shine through on your posts that you are going somewhere with this business and you want to bring people with you. People like don't want to miss out on this because you're going places and you're just going to go without them if they don't want to join. You know what I mean? Are you coming or not? And so we want to really get away from the whole copying and pasting thing, because the last thing that you want somebody that you really want to join your business is following you. And they're also following a couple other It Works distributors, which is probably the case. What is going to set you apart? If all the It Works distributors are copying and pasting each other, what makes you original? What makes you different? You need to start making your own posts. And what I want to say too is I go all the time on to top leaders pages and find inspiration from them. So I'll take one of their posts and copy it to my notes. And then I'll go in there and tweak as many things as I possibly can to make it mine, to make it sound like it's coming from me. Because there's like certain emojis that I don't really use or certain wording that I would never say. And people will pick up on that. You know what I mean? People will pick up on that. You didn't write that because you don't write like that all the time. So just really taking the time and wanting to put forth the effort and putting out quality posts. That is what is going to be attracting people to your business, especially when you're messaging people about the business and they're not interested at this point. When they keep seeing your amazing quality posts and all these heartfelt posts that have so much passion and drive and excitement in them, they're going to change their tune. They're going to change their tune. So posting is absolutely huge. The next thing that you need to do.
Good snacks, you guys, because this is going to go a little bit.
This is like, I know so many of you want to sign distributors. And so we're like giving you all of our tips, all of our secrets, why we're signing so many distributors. Like, we want to lay it out all on the line for you guys and for you guys to really understand that you can't just copy and paste posts and throw them up there and think that your inbox is going to be flooded. This takes time, consistency, and effort, but everybody can do this. That's the thing. All of you guys can be successful. All of you guys can complete your steps to success every single month. So, okay, so number 3. The next thing that you want to do in order to attract new distributors to you is you need to start creating new friendships with people. So all of you guys are going to get to a point in your business where you run out of people on your hundreds list, right? You run out of people that are in your warm market. So you need to constantly be building friendships and making connections with people and adding to your hundreds list and adding to your friends list every single day. And some great ways of doing that, like we kind of mentioned earlier, is joining groups. Don't join mom groups if you're not a mom, like I did in the beginning, because people...
I did too.
Right? And people just don't connect with that. So find things that you are interested in. If you want to grow a local team, find local groups that are local to you. If you are into dogs, find a dog group. And again, the more specific, I know I've said this a million times, but the more specific that you can get with your interest, the better connection that you're going to have with the people that are in that group. So the more specific that you can get, the better. But go into groups. And one thing that you want to do, don't go into the group and just post an It Works ad. You're going into these groups to build friendships. So that's what you need to do, is you need to show people why you guys can be friends. And so what I do when I join a group, like I just joined a hairstylist group the other day. So I posted a picture of me at my salon that I used to work at, and I just introduced myself. And so that's what you guys can do in any other thing, and just say that you're looking for friends and that you're looking to make some connections with people that are into the same things that you are. And I know on one of Claire Floor's videos, she was just talking about, she joins a mom group and just says, this mom life can be kind of lonely sometimes. I don't feel like I have a lot of mom friends. And she posted a picture with her family and just talked about wanting to find other mom friends. So whatever groups that you're joining, introducing yourself and giving a short little something about who you are and that you want to make some new friends, you're already going to have people interacting on your very first post and getting people, building friendships with people immediately. Another way that I add new people is I think of maybe you have some loyal customers that you just absolutely love, or maybe you have some friends that just aren't interested in the business, but you absolutely adore them. I will go onto their Facebook friends list and find things that I think that people that I think that I could connect with. And so I figure, if my friend is so amazing, she probably has really amazing friends as well. So, and make sure before you add people that you're checking them out and make sure they're not, friends with other It Works distributors already, because then it's just getting complicated. So that is just what you'll need to do if you want to attract new distributors. You're going to get to a point where you run out of your warm market, and you want to be adding to that every single day, every day. Do you have anything to add to that?
Nope.
Okay, so the fourth one is after you make these friends, you become Facebook friends, you become Instagram friends. The next thing that you want to do is continue building that relationship. You want to like and comment on their stuff. You want to be involved with their life. You want to continue building that friendship with them. And the thing is with the Facebook algorithms, which I think we'll get into a little bit later too, is when you're liking and commenting on people's stuff, they are in turn going to see your stuff. Okay, and I'm going to get to this a little bit later because
it's really important.
It's really important. Liking and commenting on people's stuff, if you're just adding people and never having an interaction with them after that, they're not seeing your stuff and you just added them for no reason. So make sure the new people that you add, you're interacting with them and continuing to build that relationship so they are continuing to see your posts in their feed. That is huge, you guys. That is absolutely huge. The fifth thing is creating a sense of urgency, which I really feel that we touched on that earlier, especially this month, you guys. Your post there should be so much urgency in your posts, because not only do we have the essential oils this month, they get a free box of essential oils only this month, but this is the last month for them to be able to qualify for any of the bonuses. So those of you that are brand new, we have our Go bonuses and our Go Fast bonuses, where, you know, if you go diamond within your first 3 months, you can get a $10,000 bonus. That option is going to be gone on June 1st. So this is like the month to be signing distributors like crazy, because they get the free essential oils, and it's the last month for the bonuses, and these bonuses are just life-changing. So definitely put that sense of urgency. And when you're talking to people in your messages as well, just
don't make it complicated.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that?
Well, I'm just thinking, like, I'm thinking of people, like, and how you guys would approach, like, in a private message or whatever. And I'm thinking, like, okay, well, if I were new, I'd probably be like, okay, I got to mention this, and I got to mention that, and I got to mention this, and that, and this, and that, and this, and that, all in the first post. No, like, don't do that. Because what's going to end up happening is they're going to see that, and chances are, one, they don't have the time to read a freaking novel. Two, their eyes are going to glaze over, and you've already lost them at the second sentence. So, you know, keeping this business simple. It's the same. I approach my distributors, my potential distributors, and my potential loyals exactly the same. Distributors might take a minute longer, but it kind of depends, because loyals can freaking drag their feet too. But I just keep it simple. And I say, look, I would love to help you out with that goal. What are we working towards? I get to know them first. I want to know what their goals are. If it's one perfect example today, she's a preschool teacher. And I know in the summer, she's probably going to be out for school. She's probably going to be needing an extra income. So today I was just getting to know her, getting to know, okay, well, what do you do? Are you year round? Like, what do you do? And just getting to know her in that kind of way. That way I know I can easily say, girl, I got the solution for you. And truthfully, and that's when the whole conversation about dating came up, because I was like, when are we working together? When are we going to be business partners? And just went straight to it, straight for the throat, because you know what? I want her on my team. Why? Because she's a preschool teacher and she's local. So what's that mean? Her network of friends is going to be moms. It's going to be other teachers. It's going to be other local people. You know, I could easily help her really crush her business and starting off strong. So keep it simple though. So I wouldn't say, like, my first initial message to somebody would not be like, hey,
this is what I do, and this is why I need to join now, and this is like what it is, and this
I would be like, shut up. Stop talking. But you know what? Like, and that's the truth. So if you just go into it and ask them what they want to do, what do you want to do? And how can I help? I'm here to help you. The second that people know that you guys are sitting on the same side of the table, and you're there to have their back and help them in their current situation, they will be way more open. They'll tell you what they want. They'll tell you what they're struggling with. You're going to get to know their names of their kids. Like, you're going to get to know all of this stuff, just because you're like, what are we working towards? And how can I help? And when are we getting you started?
And I think too, it's like, you really need to find out why they want to join this business. Like, that is such a huge key, because chances are your potentials aren't going to sign on the spot. They're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I love this, sign me up right now. It just doesn't work that way. You're going to have to follow up with them a couple times and figure out why they need it. First of all, why they want to join this business. Like, what are they planning to accomplish? What are their hopes and dreams? Like, what do they want to get out of this business? How much do they want to make? How will it change their lives? Like, you need to find out why they want this business. Dream with them and figure out what it is that they want with this business, and figure that out. Because when you go to follow up with them later and you know why they want this business, you can say with a sense of urgency and be like, girl, like, I can't stop thinking about you. I know, girl, this isn't a voicemail. This is a voicemail. I say it all the time.
How you're saying it right now.
I say those. Like, I can't stop thinking about how great that you would be at this business with me. I know that you wanted to start this business so you could, you know, take your kids on that vacation, or I know you wanted to start this business so you don't have to pick up that extra shift at work. I know that we can work together and make that a reality for you, and we can accomplish this together. You know, like we can do this now, or you can continue waiting, but I'm here to help you now. You know what I mean? And really just when you find out why they want to join, when you follow up with them, it's going to be so much easier, and you can connect with them so much deeper, and they will feel that you care about them. You listen to what they wanted to say. You're there to help them, you know, and that's what they really need to feel.
And all in between this time of you guys having that initial conversation and then actually signing them, you need to be going on their page and getting involved in their life and liking and commenting and, you know, hoping Timmy won the soccer game, like whatever. Like, I don't care what it is. Like, I've mentioned this before, like if people are posting about chicken pot pie, like I don't even care about chicken pot pie, but better believe it's my favorite thing to have on a Tuesday. Everyone knows I love tacos, but you know what I mean? Like, find something in common, like comment on their stuff. Do not just have this conversation, this initial conversation, and then come back around with them like in a month later and then expect them to want to sign. Well, you don't even know them. They have no connection with you. So build that relationship is what I'm saying in between that time of the initial conversation and signing them.
Okay, the next point that we wanted to talk about is speaking life over yourself, over your team, and over your business. You need to believe, first of all, that you can sign distributors. You need to believe that you can sign multiple distributors. You need to believe that you have the power to change somebody's life with this business. You need to believe that. You need to believe that you have the most amazing team that's on fire. You need to believe in this industry and in our company.
Say it like my team is on fire right now. Like I can't even keep up. Like it's going bananas.
Speak life over yourself, over your business, over your team every single day. Every single day. And you know, like I say stuff out loud to myself all the time. It may sound like a crazy person if my neighbors are listening in or whatever, but I don't care because it works and it makes me feel good. It makes me believe it. It makes me wash away all of the doubts that I have. And it just makes you, what's the word I'm looking for? Just makes you be laser focused the rest of the day. If you're speaking life over yourself and your business and you believe that it's possible for you to sign a distributor today and you're saying it like I am a distributor signing machine, I'm going to change somebody's life today. I know I can do this. Like that is like what's going to get you results. You need to believe it from the bottom of your heart that you are capable of changing somebody's life with this business.
So side note on that, if you guys are saying, I can't sign a distributor to save my life, better believe you cannot sign a distributor to save your life. What falls out of your mouth is true, is fact, is you will manifest it. So that's why we're saying, you know, speak life about your business, speak life about, I'm a loyal customer signing machine. I'm a distributor enrolling machine. I welcome people to my team constantly, left and right, all day long. Speak those things because just saying it alone empowers you. So why, I mean, if you're going to choose something to say, you might as well make it good, you know? So I don't know.
Exactly. Okay. Point number 8, that's going to help you really attract distributors to you when you're having conversations and everything is using the voice messenger, the voice message. I know so many of you guys are scared of using the voice messenger. But I'm telling you, it'll change your business and you'll be able to form relationships with people so much quicker. They're going to be able to feel the warmth and passion and excitement in your voice on a voice message more than just a text message. And if you're uncomfortable with using it, just start. Even if it's just in the team chat in the beginning, just start using those voice messages and getting comfortable with it because I'm telling you, it is a game changer for your business. And if you're not utilizing it, you're not taking full advantage of how successful you can be in this business because voice messaging is a game changer. Absolutely. It'll make you have connections with quick people just like that instead of several messages. It's going to cut that time and your effort and all of that in more than in half. So voice messaging,
Also, it's like, when you look at your messenger, like, you could pull up and look at your messenger on your phone, and you're going to be able to see like the first top couple of lines of whatever the message is, right? So if it's a voice memo, you're not going to be able to see that. You're just going to see like the line that like you've received a voice memo from so-and-so, and it's going to cause curiosity. It's just a natural thing. But if people see like that first top line, like if you have your phone a certain way, you can only see the first top. But if you turn it like this, then you can see more of the message. I don't know if you guys have done that.
Oh, I don't know that.
I use that trick. So I'm like, do I want to open this? Is this going to be a good thing? So that's one thing to keep in mind. So if you're sending a voice memo, then it's going to just automatically draw the curiosity from people. And they're going to want to know, well, what is she saying? What's he saying? What's going on? Why do you voice memo me? That's so kind of weird, totally new. Like, I want to hear it. So it automatically, like that I'm telling you, the open rate on the voice memo versus a text is way better.
Yep.
Simply due to curiosity.
Yeah. So if you're having a lot of people where they're not opening their messages, start voice memoing them and see what happens there, because I guarantee that your open rate will go way up. The next thing is live videos. And that's another thing I think we're all terrified of. I still am all the time too. But live videos, every single time I go live and I share my excitement, my passion, my drive for this business, my goal to help people, I share my heart, all of that, I get at least a couple people messaging me in my inbox. And it's not going on to, the live videos and stating all these facts and being like a total robot. It's being a real person and showing people like how this business has changed your life, and having emotion in your voice and being excited about where your life is going, and just all of that. And even your live videos don't have to be all It Works related. It can be, just a normal, your kids at sports or whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be all It Works related, but it's just showing people again who you are and what your personality is. And especially if you are making posts that maybe people are intrigued about, or maybe you've messaged somebody about the business or the products and they're interested, you've piqued their interest, they're way more likely to check out your video than anything, and that's going to pique their interest even more. And again, with the Facebook algorithms, Facebook goes out there and puts notifications on your friends list, people throughout your friends list, telling them so-and-so is live right now. You're going to want to check out their video. You'll see like the little videos pop up in your bottom right-hand corner. Like, Facebook is out there trying to build an audience for you. So if you're not utilizing Facebook Lives, again, just start out with once a month, once a week, something, because I'm telling you, it's going to totally change your Facebook algorithm, and it's going to help your business so much. So even when I'm stressed out and so nervous to do them and my palms are sweaty and all that, do it anyways, because it always will pay off. And the more that you do them, the easier they become.
Use the 5-second rule on it, you guys. Use the 5-second rule on it. So if you don't know about the 5-second rule, Google it. Another piece of homework tonight. It will serve you so well, because the second that you get that idea of, hey, I should really do this right now, and you kind of have like that little glimpse of like inspiration, but you're kind of like, oh man, but I'm kind of scared. Talk yourself out of being scared. Count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Make the decision. Make a move. Do something. Because the longer that you just sit there and think about it, the faster you talk yourself out of it. And that is with anything in life. If it's getting your butt out of bed in the morning, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get your butt out of bed. If it's about making a live video, and you have this genius idea, you know how many geniuses out there have some incredible ideas, but they do nothing about them. So what that idea does is it moves on to the next person. And that next person is the bajillionaire, and you weren't, because you didn't make a move. So make a move. When you get those little bursts and those little urges to do something, do it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I love that.
That's it.
Yep. Okay. So how many of you guys want to attract quality distributors that are hardworking, that are teachable, that are willing and are motivated? Like, how many of you guys want to attract distributors like that? right? So talk about that's what you're looking for. Talk about that's what you want. Like talk about, like we touched on this before, like I'm going to the top and I want to work with girls that are motivated, willing, and have that drive to change their life like I do. Can you imagine if you made a live video that talked about that says, I'm going to the top with this company. My life is going to be completely different in a year from now. I'm changing things in my life. I'm taking control, and I want to work with people that are just like me and that are motivated and driven, and we can do this together. Like that's how you're going to attract those kind of people. And it's crazy. Anytime that I make a video or make posts like that, it's almost like you get messages from people of them trying to convince you why they would be good for your team. And that's what you want, right? You want people that are coming to you like, hey, I'm a really hard worker. Like I'm willing to like give this my all. I'm willing to, do whatever you tell me to do. Is that the kind of distributors you want? So talk about that. Talk about those are the people that you are looking for. And that is what you are. And those are the people that you're looking for. Motivated, driven, like positive, just ready to change their life. And you will attract those kind of people. You just need to talk about it. You need to be bold in your posts. You need to be bold in your live videos and talk about what you want. What you word, huh? I like it. What bold. You got to be bold, ladies and gents.
But yeah, you have to, because if you think about it in a way of like, oh man, you're trying to convince someone that they want to like join the business. You know what you're going to spend your business and your days doing is convincing them to post, convincing them that, no, you can do this, convincing them that, like, oh my gosh, I could just like, oh. You should exhausting. Not have to convince anybody that they want to make an extra $5,000 to $2,000 a month. You should not. If you have to do that, you should probably just say, you know what?
Maybe you'd be better as a customer. Maybe you'd be better as a customer.
Be picky, you guys. Be picky.
Like I'll totally be real with you too. So I had 2 distributors that I signed. One of them actually this month and one of them last month. And the one that signed last month, she worked this business, half-heartedly tried for a week and a half, you guys. Half-heartedly tried for a week and a half to work this business and decided that it wasn't for her. So I, spent a few voice messages and a few, trying to have conversations or a phone call with her, just reminding her of her why and reminding her why she would why she wanted this in the first place and reminding her why, and if they're not willing to put forth the work to change their life, sometimes there's just nothing that you can do. And I've had a lot of people that, that's happened in the past, and then they come back, re-sign up with this business when they're ready or when the timing's right, and then they kill it again. I have a girl on my team, she's killing it right now, and she signed up when I started a couple of years ago, and now she's totally killing it. The time was right for her. So you should not have to sit there and try to convince and pull teeth and constantly, daily remind people why they started this business. They should want to change their life. They should be motivated to want to make an extra income. They should be motivated to want that. So if you're feeling like you're trying to convince people to sign up, like exactly what Lindsay said, you're going to try to convince them to make a post. You're going to try to convince them to message people, and it's just going to be a nightmare and exhausting for you and discouraging. So talk about what you want out of distributors. Be bold about it. Be excited. Be passionate. Talk about what you want and what you expect and the type of person that you want to work with, and that's exactly what you're going to start attracting. So I think that is huge. Okay, so another, number 11, what we have written down here is having a daily plan of action. So, and I feel like that is so huge. When we talk about having like a 6 list every single day, things that you want to accomplish no matter what. If your goal is to sign distributors, we have like a daily task sheet of 6 things that you need to do every single day to help you grow, to help you sign distributors. And if you're doing these things every single day, there's seriously no way that you will not sign people. There's no way that you won't be able to sign your 3 distributors to complete your steps to success this month if you're doing these things. So you guys kind of want to know what these 6 things are. We kind of touched over them really quick, but these are your 6 things. So write them down, and this is what you need to do. Okay, so number 1, we touched on it, is personal development. And I recommend you do this first thing in the morning. You need to get your mind right before you start your day. And I want you to talk about the millionaire mindset thing, like a little bit about just starting your...
Just a little snippet.
Yeah, a little snippet about starting your morning off right and how it'll affect your whole day.
Yeah, man. Okay, so you guys have heard me mention it a couple times in our... on the team page in Freedom Fighters, $1 million mindset. And this is like directly from what she talks about. It's by M. Rawlings, right? Mel Rawlings.
Mel Robbins.
Mel Robbins. That was tricky. I haven't even finished my glass of wine. No, so Mel Robbins, really rad. But what she talks about, and she references Benjamin Franklin, I believe, and how the first 1 to 3 hours of your day is the most powerful. Your mind is the most powerful. Your mind is the most open to the information that it takes in. So these like 1 to 3 hours are so important for you. Like I talk about like guarding your mind and guarding yourself and your space from toxicity, toxic relationships, toxic friendships, toxic people, period. And this kind of goes in tune as well to, that first 1 to 3 hours in the morning is taking the time not to sleep with your phone. Like I don't sleep with my phone anymore. It's not next to my bed. It's in my bathroom. I have to get up when the alarm goes off. I have to get up, go turn it off. And it takes some serious discipline, because the second that I open up my phone, notification, and your mind automatically goes into work mode. So I turn the alarm off, I put my phone back down, and I walk away from it. Simply because my mind, like that's when my genius needs to start to wake up. And like I mentioned in one of the videos recently on our Freedom Fighters page, is if you're messaging me and you're expecting an answer first thing in the morning, it's not going to happen. Because of the fact that I deserve to give myself that time to wake up, let my mind wake up. And in those first 1 to 3 hours, I can't tell you the amount of work that I get done. Normally, this would be like making me antsy. I'd be like, Jen, it's already 7:53 and we haven't even gone through. Like, I would still be really antsy right now. And I would just be like, ugh. But giving yourself that time first thing in the morning is very powerful. Writing a gratitude list, get your mind in gratitude. Reading that personal development, if it's reading a chapter out of Chase the Lion or whatever kind of personal development book you're doing, take that time. You deserve it. And the more that you can respect that, the more that you can pour into yourself, the more not only one does it demand other people to do the same thing, but it also allows your genius to wake up, you can really just prep for your day that way. Even if it is just doing a nice little personal development even if you do it for a half hour, you guys, like I know a lot of people have kids, they got to get up, get their kids off to school and everything like that. But even if it's just for a small amount of time, for you to just dive in, have your time, have your quiet time. You deserve it. So why not give yourself the best opportunity? Like I go to bed early. I'm not going to be the person that's crazy up late working till midnight every night anymore. I go to bed early. I get up early, and my business is flourishing because I'm honoring myself. So I would highly recommend that you guys do the same. You should work this. And the thing is, it's like you should enjoy doing this business. I got to the point where I wasn't enjoying it. I was working from this place of just constant rush, and there's not enough time in the day. And
desperation to sign people to get stuff done, and that's not the place that you want to work this business. So, nope. Personal development first thing in the morning to get your mind right, to have that positive mindset, to to condition your mind to understand that you can accomplish anything that you want to in the day. I think it's just so important to start your day with that. So, okay, if you want to sign distributors, number one, personal development. Number two, we talked about it. Your posts need to be quality posts coming from you, coming from your heart. Number three, you need to be adding to your network every single day. And we talked about how you can find friends, you know, and groups is an amazing place, adding friends of friends, people that you're going to connect with. Think about who you are and who is going to be attracted to your posts. Find people that are interested in the same things as you are, that you can have that instant connection. Number four, like, comment, interact with your new friends, with your audience. If you want to be able to have them continue to see your posts every single day, you need to have them liking and commenting and interacting with them so they continue to see your posts. 5, message everybody that likes your posts. So what you can start doing every single day is everybody that liked your post the day before, go back to yesterday, go through everybody that likes your post, whether it is
product or opportunity,
anything, and just send them a simple message like, thank you so much for, you know, the loving on my post. Were you interested in the reps? Or thank you so much for the loving on your post. Were you interested in making an extra income the way that I do? Simple. That's all I send people. Okay, so message everybody there. Number 6 is message your new friends. Okay, so if you're liking and commenting and building relationships with people every single day, you're building that relationship, you're understanding, you're seeing their personality, and you know why somebody would be good for this business. So if you see somebody that's just always positive, they're always positive with this business, and you've built that friendship and connection, you've liked and commented it back and forth a few times, message them. You know, take that your friendship to that next level and message them. It's like dating, right?
Your relationship to the next level.
And the same thing, like if you're seeing somebody on your news feed where you know they're a single mom, and you see them, you know, saying something about struggling to pay bills or something, message them. You know what I mean? Like when you're liking and commenting and building these relationships, you should have new people to message every single day. So that is the 6 things that you're going to do every single day that will help you sign distributors. One extra tip I'd like to say too is, you know, you're going to come across people on your newsfeed that are going to make posts about, you know, always being broke. Or you're going to see somebody that is making a post about, you know, their hair loss or something like that. And one tip that I learned that has always worked really well for me is just to comment on their status and just say it's something about making an extra income. Just post it on their status like, I'm making an amazing income from my smartphone. Message me for details. So not only are they going to be piqued by interest by your comment, but all their friends list that are commenting on that too and that are seeing that too are going to be seeing that as well. And they can also become interested, which is an awesome way to get new potentials as well. So, okay, next we're going to go on to maybe a few reasons why you aren't signing distributors. One we kind of already touched on is just over-explaining, overwhelming people with too much information, answering questions that haven't been asked, just bombarding them with too much information. So if you're finding yourself doing that, or you feel like, you know, your conversations are getting to a certain point and then all of a sudden they're not responding anymore, I want you guys to go back to your messages with all your potential distributors tonight and see where the conversation stopped. See where it is that you lost them. And if it's the same spot every single time, when you start messaging new potentials, start sending your screenshots to your upline or to your diamond leader or in your group chat and having another perspective of how you could respond to your potentials. Because if you're doing the same thing over and over and you're not getting good results, chances are something needs to be changed, right? Or something needs to be tweaked a little bit with your wording, or it's too much information. So let's pinpoint that and find the problem where we can improve this and move forward from there. So Start screenshotting your conversations with potential distributors in your group chats, your upline, whatever, and let's start tweaking things a little bit so you guys can all start getting really good results. Number 2, which we kind of touched on, is lack of confidence in yourself and in the business. You know, if you are, I feel like we really touched on that earlier. But if you're feeling unworthy of success in this business, or if you're feeling like there's no way that you can be a diamond leader, there's no way that you can go ruby, or you never picture yourself becoming, you know, getting even to the very first promotion or being able to sign a distributor, you're like your very first distributor, people are going to feel that. People are going to feel that. And if you want to be successful in this business, you need to have that confidence within yourself that you have what it takes to do this, because none of us are any different than you. None of us are any different than you.
Just to like add on to that too, like if it's like, think of like things that get you hyped up. Like, is it a certain kind of music? Like for me, I like Beyonce. I like me some Beyonce. But for real, like I'll listen to her, I'll get pumped up, and then like, cause maybe I'm having an icky day. We all have icky days, right? So find something, if it's, you know, some kind of music, if it's going and working out, if it's going to the gym, and then after you're just all like spiced up and ready to roll and you just feel good and confident and ready to rock, that's the time to message those people. If you're coming from a space of like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? And now I have all these messages I got to get back to and blah, 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 blah. You better not message those potentials at that time. Get your mind right first, because all you're going to do is you're going to shoot yourself in the foot with all of these really awesome leads that you could easily turn into, and everything. I could easily turn this into a distributor if I wanted to. Like, come from that space, come from this business is easy. It falls into my lap. People come to me all the time. Speak life over your business. So if you're coming from a space of like total ickiness and you have a lot of messages you got to send out, get your mind right first. You deserve to get your mind right first. So if it's listening to music, for me, it's listening to Beyonce and cranking it loud.
I always do that. I'm like on my computer messaging people.
Yeah, you know, you got to feel good. You have to feel
This business should be fun, you guys. We're changing people's lives. This business should be so fun for you. You shouldn't be stressed out and worried and all that. You should be having fun with this business. You know what I mean? So do that. If putting music on or putting something inspirational on gets you like in the mood to start messaging people, do that, you know? This should never feel like a chore, like I have to work. It should be like I get to work. I get to change people's lives with these products and with this business. Like, I get to do that. I get to do that. Like, how cool is our job? Okay, so personal development in the morning, finding success, or reading success stories from people. That'll help you get your mind right too. Okay, number 3. If you aren't signing distributors, chances are you don't have enough potentials. So maybe you have like 2 potential distributors that you're working on, and every single couple days or every single week you're following up with the same potentials. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been there where I've been following up with the same like 20 or 30 potentials and nobody's moving. If you have that,
road to get frustrated and
super frustrated. If you're following up with the same people and nobody's signing up, like, it's time to just get some new potentials. You know what I mean? Like, you're obviously still going to continue following up with them, but if you have a steady stream of new potentials that you're constantly putting into your network, you will never run out of people. You will never run out of potentials. And you're going to constantly be excited to follow up with people, because you're not going into it saying like, well, the last 10, let's scroll through the last 10 messages I sent, they didn't even respond anymore.
Seriously, you guys, I can't even tell you. I've got lists of people where I'm like, okay, like all of these people at some point or another were interested in whatever. Mm-hmm. And I will pull these lists out, and I feel like my heart's just like, ugh.
Like, and you're scrolling through their messages, and it's like they haven't responded. Like, it's time for some new potentials.
Yeah, get rid of the list, or just don't get rid of the list. Put it somewhere far away from you. Get a new list. Like, feel good about it. Because it's when you feel good, then that's when stuff starts to happen.
Yeah, and it's like every, Pam Souter said this, like, basically the answer to every single problem in your business is new blood. getting new blood into your business, new potentials, new distributors, new loyal customers, all of that, everything new blood into your business is what keeps it thriving, what keeps it exciting, and what moves you forward. So if you're not signing people, it's one of the reasons maybe that you just don't have enough potentials.
And if you're posting, you got to be posting about the opportunity. So you can't be like making all your posts about the loyal customers and then just hoping a distributor kind of rolls through.
Yeah.
Definitely post about the opportunity. I notice if I post about the opportunity way more than the product itself, then obviously, I mean, it's just common sense. Obviously, I'm going to pull in more distributors. But if I'm posting about if I'm going more after volume and want to fill volume and stuff, I'm posting a lot more about the products, so go both, because we all need both all the time. There's no
goal every single month is a step to success.
Yeah.
So that is our goal. So definitely both. Okay. So if you aren't signing distributors, another thing that may be going on is that you're not getting daily new potentials, and you're not creating those new relationships with people. So, if you're not creating new friends, getting new friends every single day and creating relationships with people, you're going to be doing what we just talked about, following up with the same people all the time, and it's going to get really frustrating. Another reason may be because you're not being consistent. So consistency is so huge in this business. And I feel like I say this on so many of my Zooms and stuff, is that I've had people's family members join me in this business over their family member because they weren't sure whether or not that person was still doing the business. It's like, that's what you don't want to happen. You want to be consistent. You want people to see your passion. You want people to know that you are open for business every single day and that you are excited to change people's lives. And you want people to feel that every single day. You don't want everybody to ever question whether or not you're still working the business or not. So if you're not signing people, that could be one. Another thing, if you're not signing people, that you're prejudging people a lot. Like, you're not even asking people because you're already assuming that they won't want it.
You're scrolling through their Facebook and you're like, oh no, this person wouldn't want it. Can I tell you guys something? Like, I've been blown away. Like, we will all be guilty. Like, trust me, if you haven't done it yet, it'll happen. As far as like the prejudging part goes, like, I've signed distributors where I'm like, okay, I signed a distributor, cool. And then I'd be really excited about signing a different distributor. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this chick is going to be a rock star. Like, I can't wait. And I swear to you, every freaking time that I've been working on someone, like, I can think of 3 girls off the top of my head right now who are no longer really even involved in the business whatsoever. I'm pretty sure they don't run their auto shipments. And these were the 3 girls. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, these are going to be my rock stars. These are going to be the chicks that just like go. They are just duds, complete duds. So when I say like, don't prejudge, like, that's one of the things, you never know. And then the people that were crazy quiet and the people that were, you're just like,
I have like a girl on my team.
She was come around, and they do. Those are the ones that are gone. It's crazy.
There's a girl on my team. Right now, I was just chatting with her. I don't know if she's on here, Sonia or not. It's one of Marina's girls, but she was so shy and timid when she started this business and just like not sure if she could do it. And she's killing it. She's almost structured for Ruby, and she's only been in the business for like 6 weeks already. And so it's like, don't prejudge anybody. And especially, everybody, we all should have like this chicken list, right? Somebody that's on our hundreds list where you've been wanting to contact them, but you just don't think that they'd be interested, or you're not sure what they're going to say. And every single time I've contacted somebody from my chickens list, they're always interested. So it's like, don't be afraid, because if you're looking at people's Facebook pages and think that they got their crap all together and that their life is perfect and that they don't need the extra income, like, you don't know what's going on behind doors with people. You don't know their financial situation. You don't know that they're spending 60 hours a week away from their family when they're sitting there watching your life and seeing the freedom that you have and wishing that they could have it. Do not prejudge people. You don't know. All our job is as a distributor is to tell them about our amazing products, tell them about our becoming a distributor, showing them the life that is possible with this business, and it's completely in their hands what they decide to do with that information. But you did your job. You did your job by telling them, and at least giving them the information and helping them have a better understanding of what it is that you do. And that's all our job is.
And you know what, to kind of combat the no's, because I mean, the more you get into it, and you guys should start getting really comfortable messaging people, because the more you message people, the more no's you're going to get. It's just how it works. But the sooner that you can kind of equip to that, and know that you're doing a disservice if you do not offer the business to them. It is your job to offer the business to them. Because you never know. You never know what's going on, like Jen said, behind closed doors. But the thing is so when I get a no, I'm just like, you know what, girl, not a problem. I totally understand, because some people are like, yeah, it's just not for me. I totally understand, girl. I completely get it, or whatever. I'm like, I just know how much this business has changed my life. So I can't keep this to myself. I have to tell everybody I know about it, or everybody, and then it just completely leaves all of it in a really cool spot, and they're really appreciative after that. They're like, wow, that was really nice. You're not just gonna try and come after me to get me to sign as a distributor or something like that. They really appreciate the fact of me saying, you know what, I know how much it's changed my life. I can't help but think, if I didn't offer it to you, I know you're incredible. I know you're amazing. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't imagine them. Yeah, I couldn't imagine not offering this to you and knowing what it's already done for me. So, and that always leaves it really cool. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the last point, number 8, if you're not signing distributors, chances are you're spending a lot of time wasting time. You're spending a lot of time not being productive. You're not spending time making quality posts. You're not spending the time messaging people and really doing income producing activities. You're spending a lot of time wasting time, and I know we're all guilty of it. I know we're all guilty
it's
of.
On the list for a reason, okay.
Yeah, I know we're all guilty of doing the Facebook scroll thing, and how. So it's just really learning, especially if you're full time with this. You have a full time job still, and you're only working this part time. You need to be so intentional with the time that you do have. So really being aware of that and not wasting time. And this is part I'm really, really excited to get into, because I want you guys to all go back over the last 10 posts that you made and check to see how many people have liked them. And then I also want you to check to see if the majority of those people are It Works distributors. So if you're not getting that many likes and people that are liking them are all It Works distributors, something needs to change with your Facebook algorithm. And this is a huge red flag that you need to be spending more time making connections with people, liking and commenting on everybody's posts, really interacting with them, because chances are, again, if you're scrolling through your Facebook feed right now and more than 1 out of 10 posts are from an It Works distributor, guys, whatever's on your Facebook feed, if the majority of it is all It Works stuff, that's all. None of your friends are seeing your posts.
It's all It Works people that are seeing your It Works post. And how are you supposed to run a successful business like that? The only people that you should be following truthfully in the It Works business is your upline, your immediate upline or 2, whatever. Your downline for sure. If you have distributors under you, definitely. Actually, I have something to say. All of my distributors that are on my downline, I do not follow. But if you guys are building a team, because right now, and I'll explain that, because right now it's on my to-do list to go through that list, and that'll be another Zoom. But I created a list.
About lists. Yeah. We'll talk about
some other time. But I'll go through my list. Yeah. I'll go through my list to comment and on my team's page and stuff. But so if you're brand new, we don't want you following a bunch of sideline people that aren't on your team directly. Sure. The only people that you should really be following that aren't on your team are the people that you admire, like the Alyssa Billies, the Claire Flores, the
top leaders.
So you can get inspiration. But truthfully, if you're spending your time, and I hate that I have to say this, and I don't really mean it in a icky way, but if you're spending time building relationships with your sidelines, I guess, and spending your time on Facebook, liking and loving on all of their stuff. Like, I love the support and I love that that's there. However, if you really want to build your business, how are you, like, what are you expecting? Like, besides a friendship, I mean, we can all be friends. We're all still friends, right? But you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Because I don't want you guys to be spending your time doing things that aren't income producing and then getting frustrated because your business isn't growing.
Yeah.
That's why I say this, not that I don't want everybody to be friends.
So what I do, and we're going to make another video about this, is Facebook lists are so amazing. So what you can do is put everybody that's, you know, in your sideline into a list. So that way you can unfollow them, but you can click on your Facebook list, go to your sideline, brothers and sisters. You can still like and love on their posts and make time for that. But what you don't want is you scrolling through your news feed and all you're seeing is It Works stuff. Because if all of your Facebook news feed is filled with It Works distributors, that's the only people that are seeing your stuff. And if that's the only people that are seeing your posts, that's a huge problem for you growing your business. And so if you're running into that problem where the only people that are liking or commenting on your posts are It Works distributors, the only people that you're scrolling through on your newsfeed, it's all It Works distributors. That's where you really need to evaluate how much time you're spending liking and commenting on your sidelines, your uplines, downlines, everything. How much time are you truly spending liking and commenting on their stuff versus building your business, which is what this is all about.
And creating those relationships with
new people you can welcome into your business and everything. So we're going to make a whole video talking about Facebook lists and how to really utilize those so you can be more intentional with your time when you're on Facebook, because it's so easy to scroll through. But now to the point where, you know, I followed a lot of people. People are in news feeds. So now when I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed, all of my Facebook feed is filled with potentials that I need to build relationships with. And that's what is going to make you money. That's what's going to make you see your posts. If you're putting time and effort into making these posts, don't you want your potentials to see them? And if you do, you need to start building relationships and liking and commenting on all their stuff. It's a huge part of this business that I feel like people leave out a lot. And if you're wondering why you're not getting new people messaging you, or why you're not getting new people liking on your posts, and why you're not getting, you know, like the interaction that you want, it's probably because you're not interacting with them. And so that is like just a huge, huge thing. So we'll definitely make a video talking about the Facebook lists and how to utilize that. But seriously, scroll through your Facebook. Look at your posts from the outside looking in and scroll through them and say, if you were a potential, would you be attracted to your posts? Would you stop and want to read what you had to say? And are all of your posts on your newsfeed, when you scroll through your own newsfeed, are they all It Works distributors? Because that's when you need to go through and really start unfollowing your sidelines and putting them in lists and everything. So that way,
really ask yourselves to, like, as you're scrolling through your Facebook page, and like if you're like, I don't know, like how you're presenting yourself and stuff like that, like get back to your brand, you know, so figuring out who you are and what you want. Like, are you presenting yourself and who you are as the 99-cent store? Or are you presenting yourself as Gucci? Whatever. You know, whatever you want that to be, whatever that is for you. I'm not even a Gucci person, but it was the first thing that came to mind earlier. So, but you know what I'm saying? So if you want to be presented as, you know, cheap and whatever, cheap and easy, then, you know, post cheap and easy posts, you know, but I can guarantee you're going to get cheap and easy loyal customers, and you're going to get cheap and easy distributors. And it's going to be really hard to work with those kind of people. I know it for a fact. I know it through experience. So, market this, you're marketing yourself, you're marketing your business. So market to the people that you want to attract. So just really consider that as you scroll through your own Facebook feed. And it might be a tough conversation, but, you know, the best thing is you can change it immediately. You can clean it up immediately. So
exactly. And the thing is with this business is you don't just sign up and know everything when you sign up. Like, I'm constantly learning every single day. Like, what can I tweak? What can I do better? What has really worked? What posts have really gotten a lot of interaction? What what can I do better? I'm constantly looking at how I can improve myself and grow my business and do better. And just constantly reflect on how you can improve your business and be willing to put forth the time and the effort to grow $1 million business, because that is what you guys are all doing. You guys are growing $1 million business. And are you treating this business like a minimum wage job? Or are you treating it like the $1 million business that it is? Because if you treat it like the $1 million business that this can pay you, it will. You know what I mean? So make sure you're taking that time and the effort to make quality posts, to make personal messages with people, to voice message, to all of those things, really connecting with people, because if you treat it like $1 million business, it will pay you like one. Okay, so 5 things we really want to go over with you is the common.
We're almost done.
We're almost done.
You should stop talking so much.
Last thing we really want to go over is all of you guys reach, you're going through what this business is, you're finding out what people's whys are, you're excited about the business, they want to do it, but then there's always going to be usually something that's holding people back. So number 1, they don't have money, right? Is that everybody's like most top thing, is people just don't have money to join this business. And a lot of the times what I've found with people, when people are coming up with the fact that they don't have money, and that's just stops everything in the tracks, most of the time we haven't taken the time to really figure out why they need this business and to really help them understand how this can change their situation. So if somebody you tell them this is a health and wellness business, you can work it from your phone, you should do this with me, this is what comes in your kit, when do you want to get started? Well, I don't have the money to get started. It's $99. I don't have the money to get started. When you really didn't backtrack and find out what's going on in their lives where they're even considering this, like, why do they need the extra income? If you can help create with that person how this business can change their life and show them how it's starting to change yours, like, people will find the way to make money. Do you know what I mean? And so one thing that you can do with people too, when they say they really want to do this, but they don't have the money. What did Claire say in her video? She was talking about,
she goes back to the why in the video, and she's like, okay, well, so I know, like, you want to start this business and you don't have the money. And I know you want to send, whoever to these dance classes. She's like, all right, so let's come up with some creative ways as to how we can get you the money to get started, to get, so-and-so into these dance classes or whatever. And like, let's help you make this money back immediately by selling the wraps or by, getting commissions and everything. So
personally, I don't like the route of pre-selling wraps.
It's really tough.
It's really tough. And I feel like if people can't pre-sell their wraps, they're already discouraged before they start. And it's hard to sell something to somebody and give them the proper training that they need to sell their wraps that they don't even have. So, I mean, I've only had successfully maybe 1 or 2 distributors actually do it. I personally don't like that route. What I want to help them do is come up with creative ways. Like, hey girl, maybe you have something around your house that's just collecting dust that you can just throw on Facebook Marketplace and you can get your $99. Maybe you can babysit your sister's kids and get that extra money. Maybe you can, cut back on Starbucks a little bit and get that extra money. But if you lay down how this business is truly going to change their lives, they will be motivated to find ways to make the money to get started. So, yeah, I know, Tiffany, you're one of my ones that actually successfully did it. Okay, so the second one you'll come into is, like, I'm not a salesperson. And we all know that we're not salesperson people. If you're using the products and you absolutely love them, like with anything, you go to a restaurant. We just went to this restaurant. I was telling, perfect example. I went to this awesome restaurant for my birthday. I absolutely loved it. And me and Lindsay went there today because I told her about it. And she's like, I want to go to have those tacos you were talking about.
Perfect example.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's a perfect example.
So,
She's like, I want to go to that place. People talk about things that they love. And if you're talking about things that you love, if you're using these products and you're absolutely in love with them, like, you're not going to feel like you're selling a thing a day in your life. And that's what people need to understand is, that's exactly what I say. Like, you are going to talk to people, your friends and your family, the same way that you would talk about your favorite restaurant, the same way you would talk about a movie that you love, the same way that you would talk about a lipstick that you just bought that you love. Like, you're going to talk to them the same way that you would talk to that. So that's how I get around that one.
You have to find out what their fear is, like whatever their fear is, and address that like immediately, because the second that you can take the fear out of the fear, and like, it's game on after that. People say I'm not a salesperson. I'm like, look, here's the thing is, I just scroll through your Facebook page and I already see where you recommended like this, that, and this, it's all you got to do in this. Mm-hmm. It is no big deal. So you got to take the fear out of it for them. And then they'll trust you.
Yeah. So excuse number 3 that you probably come across a lot is people saying that they don't know enough people, or they'll say, there's a couple people in my town that sell It Works stuff, and I just don't think that I can do it. And
my response to this earlier was like the whole, like, I don't have any friends. I'm like, yeah, I have. I'm like, well, me either. I have one friend. That's you right now. Like, oh, it's such a cheap excuse.
So yeah, people that say that they don't know enough people, my response to them is like, well, how did we meet? Like, most of the time I didn't know them before either, I'm like, that's the power of social media, is we have the ability to make friends and network with people all over the world, and we're open in 21 countries. We have the ability to connect with people all over the world. So you'll never run out of people. You'll never run out of people. So that's how I get around that one. A lot of people, for excuse number 4, is they're scared to fail. And that, again, is just going to go back to connecting with their why. You know what I mean? Like, why do they want this so bad that it's going to make them conquer their fear? For me, when I first started, I was scared of pretty much all of these things. I didn't have the money. I was scared of being a salesperson. Didn't think that I had enough people. I was so afraid to fail. But at the same time, I hated where I was at. Something needed to change. So that's where I kind of connect with people on that. It's like, I had the same fear. I was so scared that I was going to fail, but you're never going to know unless you try. And you don't like where you're at now, so why not just give this a shot? Worst case scenario, you got $200 worth of product for $99, but the best case scenario is that this could truly change your life like it's changed mine.
A couple, just to kind of touch on like the one, I don't have any friends. You can easily say like, oh my gosh, you're going to gain a whole new group of friends, a whole new family once you join this company, just with It Works Distributors. So there's that. But then also the scared to fail. You said something right now that kind of like
worst case, best case scenario.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't remember though. It's gone.
Fear felt found. I was going to talk about that.
Nope, go for it.
Okay. Okay, number 5, I guess I'll tie that in. So that last thing, you guys, we're almost done. And I hope this was so useful for you guys. We basically just poured out all of our tips and tricks on how we're signing distributors and everything. But number 5, the excuse that you're going to get is that they were in a network marketing business before and that they weren't successful. So that may be one that they come across with. And for me, my answer is yeah, but were you with a network marketing company where you had this amazing support system to help you, guide you, train you, have 24-hour mentorship, and were a part of a company that had a one-of-a-kind product? Because what we have is, there's nothing like it. There's nothing that compares to it. There's nothing that compares to it, to what we have with this company. And so that's how I get around that. And any of these excuses that you get, you can use the feel, felt, found, where it's like you understand, because you understand how they feel. You have to connect with them. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found. And so I use that all the time when people come up with some sort of excuse why they can't do this, is feel, felt, found. Like, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. This is what I found. And that works really, really well.
I remembered what I was going to say. As far as like the being scared part, or being scared to fail, like how I usually just knock that like done and done is I bring in our team. I bring in our team of just who we are, like as a team, as a whole, trainings that we offer, our team pages and stuff. Like there really is no excuse. Now that we're talking about excuses, there is no excuse why you cannot be insanely successful in this business. There's no excuse why you cannot be that. There is more than enough training videos, like truly. And like now there's so many training videos. There's so many different Zooms. When we started, that wasn't necessarily the case. There was one team page and it was just inundated with so much stuff that it was, and if you think you're overwhelmed now, like then it was bananas. But, you know, like there's just so much. And previously, like all our training videos were the training videos that are in the training academy in the eSuite, and that was it. So now, you know, we took what we learned and what we know and what works for us, we put it down on paper and we share it with you guys. So when people say I'm scared to fail, it's like, yeah, well, here's the thing is you're going to be given all of the tips and tricks and hacks on like how to make this business successful. You're going to have a team, a badass team that's got your back through all of it. And if you guys haven't figured that out yet, like, I don't know.
Our team's amazing.
We're incredible. Like, not we, but we is like
Our
everybody.
team are amazing.
You know, everyone's so incredible, and everyone like genuinely has the best interest for each other at heart. And you know, I adore everything about it. You know, so they're in good hands. And the more that you can like allow them and take that scary part out of it with whatever excuse it is, then it's fine. It's easy.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we covered everything. So